What is up, YouTube? M40. Welcome back for your breakdown of deck reviews. So this topped about a week and a half ago. This was out of the Hartford Regional. This was piloted by Nick Chan. He made top 48 playing Plunder Patrol. Now, originally a lot of you saw the Plunder Patrol archetype and you're like, this is pretty good. You know, we just need a couple more things. Well, you know, players, they like to mess around with things before they have their full line of support, and we see it all the time in this game. And Nick Chan actually went ahead and said, you know what, we're going to step up to the challenge here. We're going to take this Plunder Patrol deck. And I mean, top 48 might not be the most luxurious placing, but I like to cover these types of decks so that players can get an idea of what's going on in the metagame. And, you know, use those concepts and things that you see from other players to adapt and to mold your strategy. And this deck definitely looks like it prefers the going second method of things here, because we are already packing in those evenly matched. So that's one good thing to know here. So, how many monsters can we stick on the field deck? So we have one copy of Danger Bigfoot, one copy of Nessie, two copies of Mothman, one Trick Clown, triple copies of the Plunder Patrol Helm, two copies of Damage Juggler, two copies of Hat Tricker, triple copies of the Patrol Matey. Then we have two Danger Tsuchinoko, two copies of Jackalope, with two copies of Velour Darkness, two copies of Instant Fusion, two copies of Lightning Storm, two copies of Pot of Desires, two Mind Control, one Terraforming, one Monster Reborn, two Terraforming, triple copies of the Plunder Patrol Shipyard, with triple evenly matched, and triple copies of the Plunder Patrol Booty. This probably being one of the best cards we actually have in this whole archetype. Down in the extra deck, we have two copies of the Patrol Captain himself, one Nightmare Phoenix, one Unicorn, triple copies of the Mork, one copy of the Light Dragon Adagnister, just for the genericness of this card, one Dingarisu, triple Bran, one Thousand Eyes Restrict, one Mud Dragon, and one copy of Sea Monster Theseus. Interesting to note here in the side deck, I'm assuming that there would be super polymerizations, mind controls, and things to take the opponent's monsters. You can actually get maximum value out of this. But yeah, this is probably the first real look at Plunder Patrol that we've had out of this format, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where this deck goes in the future, because quite honestly, the concepts and things we just need, as we keep adding on to this card pool, and we're giving it more. We have water so far, dark, and fire. Interesting choice to give us that, but once we get light, earth, oh boy, we're going to start moving into the cool, crazy stuff. And I'm definitely looking forward to those cool interactions with this deck. Alright, next up, we have Lunalights. Now, Lunalights have had so many concepts and things as of late, with players just messing around with cool ratios, ideas, things like that. And here we are yet again with another take on this deck. I've definitely been learning that the more that you see this deck show up, there's always going to be a spicy twist to this list, because the Lunalight combo just makes so many things playable. I mean, let's be honest, it's all because of this card. So, we have one copy of Apprentice Illusion Magician Girl, because we have to feed the good cards. Triple copies of Ash Blossom, Enjoy Spring. One copy of Zephyros the Elite. One copy of Dododo Wharf, Go 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 Glove. Then we have one Lunalight Emerald Bird, one Kaleido Chick, triple copies of Lunalight Tiger, two copies of the Yellow Martin, triple copies of Souls, triple copies of Gamma, with one copy of the Onomatopoeia, and one Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat, with one copy of Cyframe Driver. Spells, we have triple Called by the Grave, one Double or Nothing, triple copies of Tenki, one Foolish Burial, triple copies of Foolish Burial Goods, triple Lunalight Perfume. Then we have triple copies of Onomato Pickup. So when this card is active, you can add one Onomatomat card from your deck to your hand, except for Pickup. Then you can target one Zubababa, Gagaga, Go Go Go, or Dododo monster you control. All monsters you currently control become that monster's level until the end of this turn. Simple level modification for our friends here, our other friends. Then we have one copy of the Lunalight Serenade Dance. Extra deck here we have one Lambda, one Avermax, one Unicorn, one IP Masquerena, one Gravity Controller, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Time Thief Reader, 1 Force Strix, 1 Dugress the Timeless, 1 Baguski, 1 Utopia Double, and 1 Utopia, 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Diamond Dire Wolf, and 1 Abyss Dweller. Side deck here are 2 Droll Knockbird, 2 Nibiru, triple copies of Lightning Storm, triple copies of Mystic Mind, 2 Terraforming, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping this up. Like I said, the more that I see Lunalights in this format, just the more this deck seems to catch my interest, just for the innovations and things. Like, look how far this deck has come. That Magician Souls and Dododo dog thing in here. Alright, next up, we have Infernoid. Now, Infernoid is another one of those decks that has been constantly going through the evolution hype, and it's not a bad thing. I think it's good that we're seeing this deck undergo so many evolutions at this point. Same thing here. Even packing in triple copies of Lava Golem and Cursed Necrofear, by the way. Did somebody say tech choices for Infernoids? Because, very, very interesting. That's all I gotta say. This made top 4 out of the Galway Regional, by the way. So, 2 copies of Anaku, 2 copies of Deviati, triple copies of Punish My Opponent Daddy. Then we have the 1 Cursed Necrofear. Cannot be normal summon, must be special summoned by card effect. You can target up to 3 of your banished fiend monsters, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, shuffle those banished monsters back into your deck. Well, that's easy. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed in your monster zone by an opponent's card and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, and then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of face-up spell and trap cards you control with different names. Shuffling back my fiend monsters that I've already fed off of my Infernoids for a reset for a 2800 body seems really good. Then we have 1 Atondal, 2 copies of Seismitis, 1 Sijet, 2 Patrulli, I almost said Paulina there, 1 Hermetic, 2 Andra, and triple copies of the Dankatron. We have 1 1-for-1, triple copies of Monster Gate, triple copies of Pot of Extrav, 1 Reasoning, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Terraforming, triple copies of Void Imagination, triple copies of Void Vanishment, 1 copy of Void Expansion. This field spell's been seeing more and more like back-end play with this deck, and it's kind of interesting, actually. Just to kind of see, players messing around with more tech choices in this deck is always good. Triple Lair, there's the thing that makes this deck good. Triple copies of Evenly Matched, and 1 copy of the Void Feast. Extra deck, 1 Link Karibo, 1 Gravity Controller, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 2 copies of Equimax, 1 Unicorn, triple copies of Ints, 1 Starving Venom, 1 Almarduke, and triple copies of Tiara. Side deck, triple Ansia, triple Called by the Grave, 2 Twin Twisties, triple Super Poly, 2 Infinite Impermanents, and 2 copies of Void Feast, wrapping up the Galway Regional list. And last but not least here, this is True Draco. This ended up coming out of the Italy Regional a little while back. And I wanted to just say that, yeah, it's True Draco. Players are still looking to this deck for, innovations and things like that. So every time I see these lists, I like to cover them just to be like, hey, it's still here. So we have 1 copy of Dynamite, 2 copies of Ignis Heat, 2 copies of Majesty Maiden, and 2 copies of Inspector Border. Pretty straightforward. Then we have 2 copies of Desires, 1 copy of Cardamize, 1 Terraforming, triple copies of Pot of Duality, triple True Draco Heritage, triple copies of Disciples, and 1 copy of Dragonic Diagram, wrapping up the spells. Pretty standard so far. Like I said, Desires is pretty much just replaced Card of Demise in this deck. Then Traps. We have 2 copies of Evenly Matched. I'm not sure how I feel about this in True Draco. I guess that this is just, it's an option if you're going second. It gives you a chance to kind of fight back against the metagame. Triple TC Boo, 2 copies of Crackdown, triple copies of Monarchs Erupt, triple copies of True Draco Apocalypse, 1 Imperial Order, 1 Skill Drain, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment. Of course, we have no extra deck because we're playing this good card. So deck we have 2 Sphere Mode, 1 Metaltron, 2 System Down, 2 Dark Roller No More, 1 Dimensional Fissure, 2 Mystic Mine, 1 Macrocosmo, 2 copies of Imperial Iron Wall, 1 Anti-Spell, and 1 copy of Soul Drain, wrapping up True Draco for everybody. And our deck profiles for this video. So guys, what do you think about all these lists? Please leave a comment down below, turn on the bell notifications so that you guys can see me uploading all this time out there. And well, guys, I'm out. Take care. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.